Hi guys, welcome back to the Isaac Show.
Yeah, day 2. So yesterday we went to Hollywood Studios. What did we go to in Hollywood Studios?
I went on the Tower of Terror for the first time.
Tower of Terror. That was really good, wasn't it?
It was really good. I
Yeah.
was scared.
It was scared initially, but it wasn't as bad as what you thought.
It wasn't
was
as bad as I thought, because
No.
I think if you close your eyes, it's not as scary. But if we look at it, it can be quite scary. Because with the light bit, when you see it, the light, you can see how high up you are, so that's quite scary.
Yeah, when the door opens, you can see how high you are. So it looks like
Yeah.
you're going to drop all the way to the bottom, but I'm not sure if it does or not.
No.
And then you also went on Star Wars: Rise of the Resistance.
That's a really
Was
good
that good?
ride. Yeah, I
Really,
recommend
really
that ride.
See all the stormtroopers and Darth Vader, Darth Maul.
Yep.
And then we went on Mickey Mouse's Runaway Railway, didn't you?
Yep.
Charlie wanted to go on that. It was quite a long wait, but Charlie wanted to go and Charlie enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And Slinky Dog.
Oh yeah, Slinky Dog.
Slinky Dog. Charlie was scared of.
It's meant to be for little kids, but it's not at all. It's like really. It's kind of you go sideways. You don't go a loop the loop, but you go sideways. It's quite scary for little kids.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Then we got the cable car over to Epcot.
Epcot.
What did you do at Epcot?
Really good time there. We did the
Soaring.
We did test track. Our car went 64 miles an hour, which is quite fast.
And we did Ratatouille as well, didn't we?
Ratatouille,
The cable car gets
yeah.
off in France, doesn't it? So we went
Yeah.
straight to Ratatouille and did that. So we were there for a short time.
Yeah.
So we just did the free rides at Epcot and walked around. It was the flower show, wasn't it?
Yeah. A test track, it can be quite scary for little kids. So.
Yeah. It was really fast, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Charlie didn't like it, did he?
No,
Charlie
he
went on
didn't.
it, but he didn't like it.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then we left Epcot, didn't we? And we went. We travelled home, but we went en route. We went to Walmart, didn't we? To get some
I went
food
to
for tea. Had a look around there.
Walmart.
Got some pizza and chips for tea, and came back to the villa and had pizza and chips.
Mhm.
So what are we doing today?
So today we're going to be going to Animal Kingdom,
Yeah, and what we're going on Animal Kingdom. I'm gonna try and get on.
Mountain Everest, which
Trying to get on
is
Everest.
one of my favourite rides in the whole of Disney.
Go and search for Yeti.
Yep.
And I'm going to try and get on Avatar
Yeah,
first thing as well.
Avatar.
And try and get
Yeah.
there before the park opens and go
I
to
think-
Avatar.
Yeah, we haven't got an Avatar before, have we?
No, and then we can try and do the
So, yeah.
safari. But it's not going to be late
Safari.
today, so we'll try and get out of the park for around 3ish
Yeah,
today.
around 3.
And then come back to the villa and have some pool time. And then
Yeah.
go out for tea. Somewhere nice, go to a steakhouse. Texas
Yeah.
Roadhouse possibly.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds nice.
And then do a bit of shopping. There's some the Skechers shop nearby, and then which shop do you want to go to?
Yeah,
The Prime shop.
yeah, the Prime.
Prime shop.
Try and get some
So
great
that's the plan.
Prime
That's the plan for today. So it's forecast to be a bit showery this morning and a bit nicer,
Yeah.
a bit nicer later on. So hopefully the sun will get out today and it'll be a bit warmer, right? See you soon.
Bye.
Charlie, what you wearing?
Well, we are going to Animal Kingdom, and I am wearing a Lion King t-shirt.
I just can't wait to be king.
Yes,
Can you? And that what's your hat? What hat have you got on?
a Lion King one.
Is that Simba?
Simba.
Wow, you look very excited.
Yes.
Good boy.
I
Bye.
don't know if we're going on the Avatar ride.
We'll try and get on the Avatar ride, won't we?
Yeah.
Right, we'll soon find out.
Daddy will wave to us, will you? Wave to them and do it, okay?
He's so excited.
Just make sure to remain seated for takeover. And there we go.
So this depends on which one gets first.
We made it, so I knew we would. Alright, so friends aboard the tram today. Welcome friends, welcome to Animal Kingdom. Welcome for the Animal Kingdom courtesy tram here. Today we got some reminders for you guys. The first reminder is ready for the car. Driver's left side, you can see your car over there. That spot right there, that's Dinosaur. Dinosaur 219.
Come down there in a boat, don't the characters sometimes, I think.
We're going to try and do it on the Avatar ride. It's a long wait, but we'll do it. But in the night time, this all glows in the dark. What's the matter?
I want to see the animals.
We are doing.
Go on the Avatar ride.
We don't do it now. Mathias, t'as pas faim?
Come on, Charlie, we're going on Avatar! Yay! Come on, it's a long wait, a 90-minute wait, but we'll just get it over and done with.
Let's see if it is 90 minutes.
See if it is 90 minutes. So far there's no queue here, but I'm sure we'll soon bump into one. There might be a long one inside here, 90 odd minutes. But it'll be worth it. It's one of the bucket list ones. Hello. Hello. You're on camera.
Oh, hello.
So we're getting through the queue, 90-minute queue, but we're getting there.
Yeah?
Got your ears on?
Very nice, pretty queue.
Special to the Na'vi, flying on the back of an Ikran, or as we call it, a banshee. To the Na'vi, connecting to an Ikran and flying on its back is an incredibly important rite of passage they call Ikni Maya. With permission from the Na'vi and in partnership with Alpha Centauri Expeditions, we can now bring this amazing experience to you. The way you'll be able to fly is by linking to an avatar that's already on the back of an Ikran. Let's see how this works.
We establish a link using powerful psionic amplification equipment. A human driver is connected to an avatar, which could be physically hundreds of kilometers away. When you follow our technician into the link chamber, you'll see a series of 16 link chairs. Please go to the number that matches the number you're standing on now. First, stow your gear in the storage containers on the back wall. This should include all bags, cameras, and other items, including cell phones. It's important to push them all the way into the bin. Then get onto the chair as you would a bike. Straddle the seat, step forward, and sit down. Slide your hips forward until you are against the chest pad, and then move your feet all the way forward. Wait until you're seated before you put on your flight visors. Hold on to the hand grips as shown. It's important to hold on to the hand grips at all times. After you're seated, back and leg restraints will be firmly engaged. For your safety, throughout this entire experience, always remain seated and supervise your children.
Once the link takes place, you'll be connected to your avatar and but trust your guide and be brave. As the Na'vi say during this important rite of passage, Sivak Ho, rise to the challenge. Good luck.
All right, you ready? Let's get you into the link chamber.
Isaac, what did you think of Avatar?
Oh, it was amazing. That
Like the best ride of all time, that isn't it? Absolutely awesome. It's way
I
better than
recommend
Sorry.
it.
It's way better than Sorry, do you think?
Yeah, it's a long way. We had like
It's a long
it's
way.
like a
90-minute wait for you, but it was totally worth it. It's absolutely awesome. Felt like you were flying. That's
What do you think, Charlie?
Do you think your Avatar?
My tummy should feel a bit full.
Made you feel a bit queasy. Yeah, if you're scared of heights, it's probably not the best
Yeah.
ride. Yeah, but it was fantastic, wasn't it? Really enjoyed it.
And it made me
Charlie, come on, Charlie. Isaac. Isaac, are you going on Everest? You going on Everest? Yeah. Oh yeah. Cool. Are you scared? Will you hold my hand? Where's the track gone? Oh, we're going backwards! He's gone, it's Izzy. Is he in the track? Uh-oh. You enjoy that? Is that crazy? Whoa! That was awesome. You enjoy it?
I saw the Yeti. Hello.
Charlie, are you having your dinner?
Yes.
Where are you having your dinner?
We are having it by the lake.
By the lake. Do you want to show them the lake?
Here.
There, look. There you go. That's nice for you, isn't it? No, put it out. I'm showing them the lake. Oh, yeah, I showed it in a little bit, but I forgot. There, look. You're having dinner. Lovely. And nice and warm today. Perfect temperature. It's about 21, 22, I would say.
Yeah.
And a little bit of rain this morning, but it's been lovely, hasn't it? Mum and Daddy just been on Everest. And you and... No, I tell you, Daddy and Ainsley have just been on Everest. Mummy and Charlie have just been on Triceratops ride.
The Triceratops.
Which was very scary. You were very brave.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Very scary.
It was not scary.
Not scary. Oh yeah, brave by the about you. Right. See you in a bit.
Attention, fellow explorers! We bring you all the
Who was that, Charlie?
adventure news.
Who was that? Who was it?
It's Scrooge.
Billionaire thrill seeker.
Scrooge McDuck.
And
Is it? Is that one of your favourites?
Launchpad McQuack.
No, not really. Whoa! Charlie, are you on the safari?
Yes.
Yeah. What animals are we going to see?
What do you want to see?
Lions.
We're going to see a lot of animals. Look.
Oh, let's have a look then. Oh wow, yeah, that is a lot of animals.
This includes little ones.
Let's have a look then.
They need to be either on your lap or in the seat next to you. There's no standing or lifting of anyone in the air on the safari. The road can get quite bumpy, so this is not only for our safety, but for the safety of the animals as well. Now we're just hanging out right here while we wait for the warden's clearance. In the meantime, you might want to take a look at the animal spotting guide above your head. That'll help you identify some of the friends we might see out there. Now, I can't guarantee we'll see all of them, and that's partly because that guide is older than I am, but they typically are pretty good luck here. There's something out there. That being said, we're headed over into the Little Maturi Forest, where a lot of the animals like to use different shades of browns, stripes, as a way to camouflage in their surroundings. Coming ahead on our right is where we'll spot that okapi. Looks like the baby's out too. Baby was born back in October. Now the okapi looks a little like a deer wearing zebra party pants, but the only known relative to the giraffe. Now we know this partially because of their long, prehensile tongue and the fact that the males have ossicones, kind of like little horns on top of their head. It's actually part of their skull structure, so she won't have ossicones, but he will eventually get them. Now we know the okapi came first. The giraffe evolved from them, not the other way around. But despite this, they were actually believed to be a myth in the Western world until around 1901. Looks like there's two antelope hiding out in the bushes to our right. Greater kudu is the one without the horns. Bongo's the one with the horns. Looks like I see another greater kudu up ahead on our left. They stand at around 5 feet tall, weigh up to about 750 pounds. Now a group of them like this, it's called a forkle. And we know that the forkle on the reserve because they don't have horns. Only the males do. And those horns can reach lengths of about 6 feet, but on average they're going to stay around 4 feet. Now we might find a few more bongos up ahead, but if we don't, it's actually pretty fitting because they're known as the ghosts of the forest. They're not seen very often out in the wild, but they are the largest forest antelope in Africa. Coming up ahead to our right, on top of the hill, in the bushes, there's a nest. In that nest is a saddle-billed stork, but he's making it a little difficult for us to see him. Now, they are the largest stork in Africa with quite the impressive wingspan of about 9 feet. That's nearly the width of a canopy above your head.
Yeah.
Now they do mate for life, and you can tell male from female based on their eyes. Males have brown eyes, females have yellow eyes. Looks like I do see a few more bongos on top of the hill to the right. Like I said, ghosts of the forest, so very hard to see. You can take our attention to the left, on top of the hill, almost over your left shoulder, there's a black rhino lying down. pretty well. Black rhinos are the smallest of the African rhinos, weighing at about 3,000 pounds. And unfortunately, they are critically endangered. There's less than 5,000 of them in the wild. But good news is that those numbers are on the rise. Stick on. Now we're going to start to make our way out of the forest and head on into the Sapi River. The Sapi River is home to much more aquatic animals, so I always recommend that keep your eyes peeled on the waters below. That's typically where they like to hang out during the day. Coming up ahead to our right, the large white birds are the pink-backed pelicans. They get their name because during mating season their skin turns pink. And they do mate for life, but they're also colonial nesters. So out in the wild, you'll spot groups of about 20 to 500 pairs altogether. And a group of them is called a pod. Now up ahead on our left is where we might find a float of hippos. You can see them up ahead, but they kind of look like rocks right now. The hippos are technically nocturnal animals that can hold their breath for up to 8 minutes. So usually during the day, you're going to find them just like this, asleep under the water, and at night is when they venture outside of it, traveling up to about 6 miles in search of food. They are herbivores.
We see them.
Yeah.
Now fully grown, hippos are around 5 feet tall, 11 feet long, and about 5,500 pounds. So they can't really swim, they're a bit too big. Instead, you'll find them walking along the floor of the river. That's how they conserve their energy. When they are on land, though, they can go pretty fast. They can actually run around 30 miles an hour. You're not going to see them on land too often, though, especially when it's really sunny out because they've got fairly sensitive skin. So they'll only come out when the weather's nice. Up ahead to our left are the Nile crocodiles.
Crocodile.
They are the largest crocodilian in Africa. You can see about 16 feet long and around 500 pounds.
Crocodile.
Now you'll usually find crocs fairly still like that. They've got really slow metabolism. They have to conserve as much energy as possible by remaining still. And the Nile crocodile is also ectothermic or cold-blooded, meaning they can't regulate their own body temperature. So in order to stay warm, they'll hang out in the sun. If they get too warm though, they'll just open their mouth and it helps them to release any excess heat they may have. So it's a little like panting that a domesticated dog may do. Coming up ahead to our right, this large tree is the baobab tree. Looks a little like it's upside down, almost like leaves are growing out on top. Because for about 9 months of the year, there aren't any leaves on it. Instead, any water that it receives will be stored in the trunk. That trunk can hold around 30,000 gallons in it. So in case water ever does get scarce, well, locals animals can tap into the trunk and use it as a resource. So it is incredibly important to the ecosystem out there, and it's also how it gets the nickname the Tree of Life. Now the next stop on our safari is the savannah. You'll notice the savannah is much more open. There's a lot less places for animals to camouflage or hide. So you'll typically find faster ones than you would in the forest or the river. Not too many animals out super close to us, but I see quite a few out in the distance over there, like some Maasai giraffe, Hartman's mountain zebras, maybe a few sable antelope up ahead. We're going to get to all of them in a second. In the meantime, though, up ahead to our left is where we're going to try to find a crepuscular predator. Now, crepuscular means that they're mostly active at dawn and dusk. So usually at this point in the day, you're going to find them resting. We'll see if we can have any good luck up ahead. I'm not sure that I'm seeing them in the yard, but if you look behind the den is where I can sometimes find some luck. So let's see over there. You can just barely see them. If you look to the den, to the right of it, behind it, you'll see a few African painted dogs lying down.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Now, they're one of the most successful hunters in all of Africa. About a 90% success rate. This is in part because of their great communication and the fact that they can maintain a speed of 37 miles an hour for 3 miles.
I can't see them.
Now, it looks like we have a
Sorry, this
story
what these
coming
coming
up
up.
ahead.
See these coming up.
We'll move on from those African painted dogs, so they're really
These Charlie, look, you can see these,
And
look.
the sable antelope right here are the official emblem of the Harambe
Antelope.
Wildlife Reserve, as they're one of the only prey that'll fight back against their predators. So they're incredibly strong. Now, while they're technically led by a dominant male, it's actually a dominant female that's going to determine the movements of the group. And behind those sable antelope are 2 eland, one of the largest antelope in Africa. Geese be about 2,000 pounds and around 6 feet tall. During mating season, males actually fashion a sort of flower.
Oh, giraffes look, Charlie, look.
So they'll gather sticks, leaves, and even small trees to position in their horns
see the giraffe.
There's a way to fool these. Coming up to our left, right beside us in the bushes over here.
Oh yeah, can you see that?
Group of them is called a tower because they do quite literally tower over every other animal in the world. Being about 16 to 18 feet tall. Usually females are about 16 feet, males are about 18.
What over there,
They're
Charlie?
going to spend the majority of their day resting,
I can
about
see
16 to
zebra.
20 hours.
It's on your side, Charlie. This side.
Let me start over. They're going to spend the majority of
Oh, no,
their
it's not.
day resting
Oh, yeah.
around 12 hours of the day, and then
Yeah.
only 30 minutes. Some actually close their eyes for about 2-minute increments. Looks like you see a Hartman's Mountain zebra coming up ahead on our right. We do have a few more Maasai giraffes coming up on our left. Now, a giraffe's tongue is incredibly long. It's about 18 inches long and prehensile. Prehensile means finger-like, so it can bend in many directions and easily grasp onto things. Their favorite are acacia leaves and acacia trees. Their tongue is also purple in color to prevent being sunburned. We'll check out that giraffe on our left, but then we'll talk about these Hartman's Mountain zebras on our right. And it actually looks like here, there's dad, mom, and baby. Baby's laying down over here. She was born about 10 months ago. For the first year of their life, though, babies stick pretty close to mom. They've got an imprint on her stripe pattern to tell her apart from the rest of the dazzle. And then dad typically plays a bit more of a passive
Oh,
role.
Charlie, look, this one on the road.
Now this subspecies, they are excellent climbers. They've got smaller hooves and bigger hearts just for that.
Charlie,
And
this one.
zebras in general have thicker teeth and a better digestive system than a lot of the other animals out on the savannah. So they're able to eat a much wider variety of vegetation.
Here's the giraffe and there's real.
Coming up ahead to our right, another Maasai giraffe, as well as a confusion of
Yeah, but
wildebeest.
wildebeest.
Now, wildebeest are part of one of the largest migrations in the world. About 1.5 million of them will migrate around 1,000 miles every year, reaching speeds of about 50 miles an hour. This is called the Great Migration, and for a few years, they kicked up so much dust as they ran that dust cloud was able to be seen from space. Now, so many wildebeest do participate in the Great Migration. Like I said, about 1.5 million of them, because they are the second most densely populated mammal on the planet, just behind humans. Now, a lot of the animals out on the savannah have to adapt to the conditions out there, especially those considered prey species. One of the ways they do so is by learning how to walk very quickly after birth. Now, for giraffes, they can start walking about an hour after they're born, which is pretty impressive considering the fact that the mother does give birth standing up. It's about a 6-foot drop that that baby will feel first thing. Zebras, it takes them about 30 minutes to start walking after birth because their legs are nearly fully grown, almost the same size as the adults. And then for wildebeest, it only takes them 15 minutes to start walking because they have to very quickly learn how to stampede. Coming up ahead on our right, there are about 2 African bush elephants.
Elephant.
Now, the African bush elephant is the largest of the 3 species. Slightly smaller is the African forest elephant, and smallest of all is the Asian elephant.
Be careful. Don't let them spray water.
Now, it sounds like some of us heard or saw an animal moving around on our left. I'm not seeing one now. There he is in the back right corner is a mandrill. He's going to be gone here shortly, and he's gone. The mandrills are the largest monkey in the world, with males like that weighing about 100 pounds, females weighing about 30. Now, they are easily identifiable from now. In fact, when males feel any sort of intense emotion, the colors on their snout will become brighter. Now, they're also one of the only animals known to smile when they greet each other, and they look a little like Rafiki, as Rafiki was a mix between a mandrill and a baboon. Now we're going to make our way over to another yard where I know some other members of the elephant herd do sometimes like to hang out. So we'll see if they're out up ahead. Now, like I said, on the reserve is the African bush elephant. That's also the largest land animal. The largest on the reserve, if I see him, I'll point him out. He weighs about 13,000 pounds, eats about 300 pounds of food per day. He did also just celebrate his birthday on St. Patrick's Day, where he turned 42. Elephants will continue to grow until they're about 35 to 40, but their average lifespan is between 60 and 70 years. Now, before we can reach the second elephant yard, we're going to pass through these red clay pits. Red clay serves as a few different purposes for them. One is as a snack. They'll dig their tusks into the pit and eat it as a way to get in any extra minerals they may lack in their diets. Now, that red clay can also be used as a sunscreen. Elephants have pretty sensitive skin, so they'll use that strong trunk of theirs. Throw mud, red clay, sand, water, really anything they can find. Throw it on their back and let their natural skin protect it. Looks like we'll see an elephant over to our left. A few more
Yes,
up ahead.
Over there. Look.
And you'll notice she's flapping her ears quite a bit. That's how they cool themselves down. They can lower their body temperature by about 15 degrees doing that. Because there's so many blood vessels in their ears that by flapping them, it cools the blood down, which is then recirculated throughout their body. Now coming up ahead on our left, that's what's known as a memory or a group of females. One of my favorite facts about elephants is that they're female-led and female-followed. So when males reach maturity, which is usually at about 12 to 15 years old, they're going to separate from that female family unit. Now they're not going to get too far behind. They know that the matriarch knows where she's going during migration season, so they'll usually follow about a mile behind her, oftentimes forming a bachelor herd of their own. My friends, coming up ahead on our left, you're going to see a baobab tree. Look behind or to the left of that baobab tree, you'll see a baby. She was born about 3 months ago. She's underneath mom right there. You can just barely see her.
Oh yeah.
If you look to the left of that big baobab tree up ahead.
I see. Oh yeah.
Was born about 3 months ago. She's gonna start learning how to use her trunk for the next few months, next few years. But she'll start growing tusks at about 3 years old. See her back there. And she's baby to first time mom. And mom was also born in Animal Kingdom, so she's the second generation. And she's hanging out over there with grandma and then aunt. That's the second youngest. She just turned 7. Throwing that mud on her back. We're gonna keep moving along though, catching up to their watering hole. Elephants drink quite a bit of water per day, up to about 30 to 50 gallons, depending on their size or gender, with each truckle being about a gallon. Coming up ahead to our left is a flamboyant flamingo. Stop it. The largest type of flamingo seems to be about 5 feet tall. They're also a reddish shade of pink. Now they get that pink from the beta carotene found in the brine shrimp they eat. When they first hatch, they have gray feathers. At about 2 years old, those feathers will start to turn white. And then with the more brine shrimp they eat and the more beta carotene they consume, they'll turn more pink. If you guys have a chance to stop by the Tree of Life later today, there's a flamboyance of lesser flamingos over there. They're going to be smaller and a brighter pink, and they're usually found hanging out with the laughing-faced vulture and the red unicorn. Coming up to our left is a crash of white rhinos. White rhinos are the largest of the African rhinos, weighing at about 5,000 pounds. Grouping like this is called a crash because of their really poor eyesight. They're often found crashing into each other. They can only clearly see about 10 feet in front of them, and they can run at around 35 miles an hour. So they're going to rely on that great sense of smell and hearing to understand their surroundings. And they're hanging out pretty close to a mud pit here because of their sensitive skin. They'll roll around in the mud, it works like their natural sunscreen, or they'll scratch it off on a nearby tree, gets any sort of unwanted insects or pests off them, works like a natural bug repellent. Now we did see a black rhino earlier as well. The difference between them, it's not their color, they are both gray, it's mostly their mouth shape. Black rhinos have a smaller mouth with an upper lip in the shape of a V that allows them to grab leaves off of bushes, off of shrubs in the forest. White rhinos, that wider mouth will help them with grazing along the savanna. They actually get their name from the Afrikaans word white, which means wide. It was a mistranslation as to why they're the white rhinos and not the wide-mouthed rhinos. Now coming up ahead to the hills on our left, sometimes we can find some cats hanging out up there. Now they typically blend in really well with their surroundings. They're often a bit hard to spot, no pun intended. I do see a cheetah way on top on our left. She's super hard to see though. She's laying down in the shade, so try to come up and see if you can see her up there. We'll check out the second yard as well. If you could, oh my goodness, there's no ostrich. The ostrich is the largest bird in the world, but despite this, their brain is the size of a marble. Their eyes are bigger than their brain. However, wouldn't underestimate them though. They weigh about 400 pounds. Their kick can take down nearly any predator that does approach, and they can run at 40 miles an hour, making them the fastest bird on land. Might be a little easier to see those cheetahs on top of that first hill to our left. And then there's another one in this top left corner, but they're making it really hard for us, so we're gonna keep moving along. Cheetahs, though, are unlike any other cat you'll find out in the wild. They can reach speeds of 65 to 70 miles an hour in around 3 seconds, but can only hold this for a few hundred yards before becoming physically exhausted. In fact, after they catch their prey, they need about 30 minutes to catch their breath. And this wastes precious time. They're often run off by larger predators stealing their prey. They'll lose about 50% of their meals this way. Because of this, they have to adapt their diurnal, which means they'll do most of their hunting and activity during the day, while many large predators are nocturnal. They'll do their hunting at night, and it'll lessen that competition for food. Cheetahs also have black stripes on their face, known as tear marks, to protect their eyes from the sun. And they are the only big cat that doesn't roar. Instead, they'll purr, meow, and chirp. And to our left is a Kobe rock formation. I'm not seeing anyone out right now, but it's usually a popular place for predators, as it provides great shade throughout the savanna, as well as a great vantage point for scoping out prey. I'm not sure any predators are hanging out on those Kobe rocks, so we're going to keep moving along, catch up to these burrows up ahead. In the burrows are sometimes where we can find the largest burrowing pig in Africa, or hogs. We can't find them here. They're sometimes on the other side over there. Now, like I said, they're the largest in Africa. But on the reserve are three
Don't get
girls
downwind,
that are
Charlie.
really small. Their tusks haven't even
Don't get
fully run
downwind.
yet. On our right is another ostrich. Now you might see she's got wings. They can't fly though. They'll use those wings to keep balance while they run. Another way they run so fast is their toes. If you can see, she's only got 2 toes, with one being significantly larger than the other. That helps them to grip the ground as they run, but also helps with that kick that takes down predators. And her gray feathers are an indicator that it's a female. Males have darker, almost black feathers. And we believe this is because of camouflage. So during the day, females lay on the eggs, hence the lighter feathers. Well, at night, the males will lay on them. We're going to try to find those warthogs a bit up ahead on our left. Looks like they're right here. Right close to the left-hand side.
Yeah,
Oh
Charlie?
yeah, I can see him.
Now, Pumbaa does mean foolish in Swahili, but warthogs are actually very intelligent. Burrow backwards to keep those tusks facing out, helps to defend themselves from predators that may
Hi,
approach.
Pumbaa.
Now, if you look to your right, there are eggs on the ground over there, not to the right of that path in the grass. Now, there's only females on the reserve, so those eggs are not fertilized. However, if they were, it takes about 40 days for them to hatch, and each one weighs the same as about 2 dozen chicken eggs. Now we are approaching the warden post up ahead, which is a sign that we're nearing the village of Harambe once again. But it looks like the warden has one last animal for us to see. Coming up ahead on our left are the Nigerian dwarf goats. Now they're the other domesticated animal on the reserve, and they were domesticated for their milk. Now if you
On the roof, Charlie, look.
to pet these goats, if you head on over to Rafiki's Planet Watch, take the train to Conservation Station, there is
They're mischievous, that's
you
why.
can pet the Nigerian dwarf goats, as well as some other domesticated animals like pigs,
Yeah,
cows.
someone shorts one hanging on the line, look. Who's them?
Now it does look like our safari is coming to an end, and unfortunately a lot of the animals that we saw out there today are facing habitat loss in the wild. So if you want to get involved and help them out, one thing you can do is to recycle your old electronics. Inside them is a mineral called coltan. Coltan's currently being mined where a lot of our forest friends live, and it's forcing them out of their habitat. Now lucky for us, coltan is 100% recyclable. So if you have any old watches, laptops, phones, cameras lying around, I do urge you to take them into a local electronics store, turn them in to recycle them, and do your part in saving these animals. I want to say Asante Sana. Thank you all so much for riding my safari today. Again, my name is Mallory. If you have any questions about the animals you saw out there, or you just want to say hi, tell me all about your favorite one, feel free to come to my window once we dock. It's quite literally always open, and I will do my best to answer any questions you may have. Now, I do hope you all take advantage of the educational opportunity.
Boys, what you doing now?
We are in the villa and we are in the hot tub.
So you've just come back to the villa?
Yes.
From the park? So you've been in Animal Kingdom all morning?
Yes.
And where did you go after Animal Kingdom? Did you go for a cheeky McDonald's ice cream?
Yes.
Did you? Daddy had a strawberry milkshake and it was absolutely gorgeous.
Me and Isaac had Isaac had a box of chips and I had a bag of chips.
Wow, lovely. So we're going to spend a couple of hours at the villa and then we're going out for tea to Texas Roadhouse.
And I got some new toys.
New toys, what have you got?
So I got Moana.
Moana toys.
So I got Moana
Moana,
and I got Maui
Maui.
and I got Koa
Oh yeah.
and I got Hey
Here, here.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
And I want the shiny crab.
Now, I won't get her on camera right now,
And so,
but
and so guys, are you-
Mum has just entered.
Yes, I've got. Yes.
Mum's just entered the swimming pool. You ready? And turn around. There we go. Hang on. As evidence, she's in. There she is. There she is. I've seen it all. Only because it's warm. You wouldn't get her in there if it was cold, would you? A lizard. There we go. Evidence. Mummy's in the swimming pool. I'm on a lounger.
Yeah, sorry. I
Charlie.
didn't put anything there.
Charlie dead.
Mum, can you pass them to me? Throw them to me.
Moana.
Moana,
Take it.
take it.
Maui. Kazam.
She's nice.
Put it up.
Point.
Pete's been in queues at a theme park.
Better?
Pete's been in queues. This.
They do a big screen views.
And Mark,
They're an hour and a half for Avatar, but it was fantastic.
yeah, so,
That was the best ride we've had. Best ride we've been on.
favourite
Avatar was
toy-
amazing.
For years, but yeah.
And so my favourite toy is the shiny cloud.
Right, I think it's time to put this phone down, get my swimming stuff on, and dive bomb in there. Right. See you soon. Go on, Charlie, big jump. Hey, right on camera. Good boy.
You're getting better and better, aren't you?
Okay,
Brilliant.
Swim. Pop a swim.
You swim on camera.
Legs over to Moana. You ready? Go.
Go for it.
One. Big
Arms out, big wings.
Big arms, big legs, big arms.
Come on. You can do better arms than that. That's doggy paddle.
Big arms. You can swim that far. We can do next week. We can do dolphins.
Come on, Charlie. This is on YouTube. This is on YouTube, Charlie.
Are you ready? Big arms, froggy legs.
I want to say Johnny.
Three. Honey come. Okay. Big froggy arms, froggy legs, go. Never kick. Froggy arms, froggy legs, go. Big arms. Big arms. Big arms.
Dad, it's been 5 minutes.
Clever boy. Well done.
You what, Isaac? Oh no, I don't do I. Oh, go on then. I'm on my way.